also the promotion of Mr. Suga, the present Chief Cabinet Secretary, to Prime Minister, I think has given many middle-aged men hope and probably fantasy, because in the real world, in Japan too, there is this revolution going on where the young people have more power and more advantage maybe, because after all, today's economy is propelled by artificial intelligence and information technology and all these things. And middle-aged men and up who traditionally have had advantages in Japanese society, which is characterized by Nenkojoretsu, which can be roughly translated as you get older, you get promoted. Yeah, I think that's a fair translation. Get older, you get promoted. Get older, get promoted. Nenkojoretsu. Yeah. This has been going on in Japanese society for many, many years. But, unfortunately, there are so many posts anymore for middle-aged men to fill in. And also, because of the perceived disadvantage of middle-aged men in fields of artificial intelligence and not inferior information technology. Excuse my Freudian slip there. They do not have the advantage of this Nenkojoretsu anymore. So middle-aged men, they feel as if they are looked down by young people. Sometimes even they termed as Rogai. Rogai can be roughly translated as the harm of old age. This has been never mentioned in traditional Japanese value, because traditionally Japanese society has placed high respect for the aged, but nowadays people use this word Rogai very casually, because the young people have confidence in what they can do, and they kind of look down on middle-aged men. So the promotion of Mr. Suga, our Chief Cabinet Secretary, to Prime Minister is kind of a fantasy, because Mr. Suga has done his chores very well, gained granny points under Prime Minister Shintaro Abe, who is, by the way, younger than Mr. Suga. And at the end, if Mr. Suga is awarded by being promoted to Prime Minister, that will be a fantasy in today's Japanese society, because no more there are respects for an aged person, and they are Rogai, old age home. It's like, it's something like similar to the English expression, okay boomer, kind of, looking down on the so-called boomer people. Anyway, so I don't think it's the best way to choose a prime minister based on the granny points and so on. But it's happening, and the promotion of Mr. Suga to prime minister is providing the middle-aged man with a lot of fantasy.